email users. They don't get as many reminders of that, so that has been an issue for some of us in the past. You'll get an indication that things have changed, or you miss the indication that the password has changed. And standard for Lean, 14 characters with some exceptions right now is the minimum standard for Lean. So we just set it across the board because for our perspective, if the stringent is more standard than what we might do other places, passwords be 8 characters and once every 6 months. And then the Lean requirements being over here, we just try to standardize them as much as possible.
Okay, one last question, if I may. So I don't know if this covers paper transport, and I don't know how much paper you transport around, but, I see people coming from across the street, carrying files over. Is this document meant to have addressing the security of those documents?
So really what this standard gets to is the storage and transport within electronic networks of that. You would generally have departmental policies that would handle how your department would handle certain kinds of files within the confines of those departments, because we don't really have necessarily, I talked to a lot of people, and actually one of the commissioners, Commissioner Getty, asked me a question about how this works within a certain department, or how the piece of equipment works in a certain piece of department. And IT doesn't always have the answer to those questions about how do you use software to do your job, or how do you store files within your department. We provide the storage, we back up the documents and maintain the copies of those things so that they're functional and working, but how you use that piece of technology within your own department might be something that your department is a specialist on as opposed to IT. We're there to provide the equipment, make sure it's working, but the end users ultimately sometimes are the ones that are the subject matter experts on how something gets done within their own department.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? If not, then I would look for a motion to approve the updated Berry County Information Technology Security Policy.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported to approve the updated Berry County Information Technology Security Policy. Can we have roll call, please?
Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Bassett,
Aye.
Carlton,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Getty,
Aye.
Jackson is absent, and Hatfield.
Aye. Okay, thank you, Matt. I would move that we go into closed session in accordance with Public Act 267 of 1976, 15.268, Section 8, paren H, to consider material exempt from discussion or disclosure by state or federal statute, specifically dealing with incident response regarding information technology.
So moved.
Moved and supported. Can we have roll call, please?
Carlton,
Aye.
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 Smelker,
Aye.
Tunison,
Aye.
Bassett,
Aye.
Jackson is absent, and Hatfield.
Aye. All right, we going down to the,
We go downstairs, or we can ask everyone to come out to the floor. You can stay here, whichever you would so choose.
We should stay here.
if all of you would excuse us for a short period, please.
How long is this going to take?
I don't anticipate it to be extraordinarily long. We'll just cover a few points of interest with you folks, so 10, 15 minutes maybe.
I'll be right back.
Okay. motion to approve the, what's the full title? The minutes?
Oh, you did the minutes of the
No,
closed
we
session.
did the minutes.
So incident response policy as presented.
Yes, what he just said.
So moved.
Support.
Motion and support. Roll call, please, Sarah.
Campbell.
Aye.
Getty. Smoker. Tennyson.
Aye.
Bassett.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
Tyson is absent and Hatfield.
Aye. All right, thank you. We have no new business. We'll move on to county administrators report.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. The next few weeks, next 2-3 weeks is going to be extremely busy at the county. By the end of next week, we have to have all of our pre-work done for the BSNA transition. BSNA is our financial software, if you recall approving that earlier this year. We will be going live on August 31st with the new software. So on August 24th, the preceding week, we will, at 10 a.m., we will take a download out of Tyler. At that point, we will not do any work accepting anything into the county books for the week. So this shouldn't impact the public. People can still go to the clerk's office. They can still do all their transactions, register of deeds. It's only going to affect internally because we're going to ask each of the departments to hold the data, hold their information for a week. You're getting the first glimpse on this because we just had this discussion yesterday with BSNA and how to proceed. They understand that something might happen. You got to run a one-off check here and there. But the key is we do not want to put anything into Tyler, which is our current system, after 10 a.m. on August 24th. So what that means is August 31st is going to be real busy too. So on August 26th and 27th, we have BSNA staff coming in to train our staff on new software. That will not impact county operations. We've had them staggered so that offices do not need to be closed. We have reached out to all of our departments. We are having continuing conversations with them on how we'd like to use the system, how we interface with their current systems. I will tell you, I am being pretty tough on some things when it comes to how we're going to use the systems. And I think the treasurer's office and I are on the same wavelength on this one. It will be changes for certain departments. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. In the long run, it probably will be easier for a lot of people. There's a lot of paperwork we do now. There's a lot of old systems that we use now that I think we can be more efficient. Our voucher system will change. So I'm spending a little more time on this because I am sure you will hear complaints over the next 2-3 weeks. Looking at a couple of you specifically, I know you will hear complaints over the next 2 or 3 weeks. We have staff, we have meetings. I have a meeting with the department tomorrow. We've met with departments already. We will be meeting with more of them over the next few weeks. For example, I went in and talked with the clerk's office, and Kayla showed me how they do their end of day and how that can work. And like looking at it going, okay, we're trying to make this easier for them, easier for the treasurer's office. So then I went back to Sarah and said, hey, Sarah, if we did it like this, could that work? And she's like, yeah, that could potentially work. So those type of conversations we will be having over the next several weeks, as well as getting people trained up. But the goal is to have everything in the system, really make it accessible. I know some of our people are out, our departments that are out further than the central complex. You know, they spend a lot of time running in, just drop vouchers off and all those things that we're trying to minimize and make a little bit more modern. So I wanted to let you know, the good news is we're way ahead of our timeline on Tyler dying, being in the spring. We'll be up and running, and the beginning of September, really, August 31st. So September 1st, we will be live with BSNA. We'll start using that. I'm going to tell the staff this, departments this, just be patient. We'll get through it. So far today, BSNA has been amazing to work with. Their staff, They've looked at our information coming out of Tyler, and they feel that there's no issues from what they've seen on data. Data's tying out with reports from both systems. So I'm happy about that. And just knowing my past experience with them, I have full confidence that they'll get us up and ready to run. But there will be some headaches. Some departments are loving it. They're like, hey, let's go. Some are going to be a little bit more cautious, and we'll work through it with them. But I think this is the right way to go for the county. I wish NeoGov was going as fast. So that's our payroll transition. So we are probably looking at a January 1st transition on that. So on December 26th, people will start using the new software. We'll talk more in depth on this with department heads this Thursday at our meeting. But it's there's a lot. There's a lot to do when the software transition and when you've been using one for almost 30 years. So that's the big issues on software, but I'm happy to say I think we'll still meet all of our deadlines, and we'll be in a better situation moving forward. One change I think I'm going to just preface real quick in the budget. I think we're going to have to delay by a week or two getting the budget draft out to departments. So my goal is to get it by the intro to the commission will be about when we get the budget out to departments. And then they'll have the appeals in September, so they'll have plenty of time before the appeals to review our recommendation. I wish it wasn't the case, but with the software transitions this year and staffing transitions, it's been an interesting year. So we will get through it. I'm not too worried about it. I know Tammy's pulling her hair out right now, so I just want to set expectations on that. We'll still meet all of our deadlines, of our expectations. It'll just tweak the schedule a little bit. Based on direction at the last meeting, we've got tours set up for Clark and Granger at the jail next week. We also have draft contracts with them that we're working through with attorney review. My expectation is that we'll have those on 8/25 when they'll be back here before you, those two companies, for your review and consideration. The other thing about 8/25 is that there's maybe one or two other items, budget intros on there. I am trying to keep that agenda to be that small. I mean, the jail's going to take us some time anyways. But with BSNA here that week, I need our staff focused on software transition. I'm going to be spending time here with you, but I would expect Tammy and the rest of my staff to be involved in the transition. There's a lot of work on that day. Hopefully we'll leave IT out of it mostly, but this is more use of software rather than input on their side. So that's where we stand on the jail. I've already talked to the sheriff's department. They will have someone there to help walk us through, make sure that we see all the warts and all the other aspects of the jail. So we get a good idea. And so I think, we've set 30 million as the base budget number with 5 million for all the other additional charges. When we get through this process is when we get what the actual cost of that project will be. So I think it's premature for anyone to say it can be 27, it can be 28. That was, I think they looked at a $30 million budget in their section of that. So when I said 30 to 35 meeting with them, so I think there's some discrepancy on there. But anyway, I think you've got two great companies that you'll be able to choose between. I think that's all I have for you today. Sorry for that lengthy report, but a few things you need to be made aware of. Any questions?
Questions?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, and good luck. Vice Chair's report was at City Council last night. Unfortunately, they have had another resignation from the council. Jordan Brem has relocated and is no longer living in the district that he has represented, so he submitted his resignation. That leaves a vacancy in the 4th Ward that they'll be looking to fill. They filled the vacancy for the 1st Ward last night. And as you've probably heard, the city manager has applied for the open position in Portage, Michigan, and is one of the 3 or 4, I heard both 3 or 4 or 5 finalists. So a little uncertainty as to what's going to happen there. On the one hand, certainly wish her well from a personal career perspective, but she will be missed. So if she is selected, so we'll see what happens.
Who was the first ward appointee?
I knew you were going to embarrass me by asking me that. Thank you very much, Commissioner Getty.
My apologies.
And yeah.
Oh, I'll look it up.
I thought I had my packet with me and could have told you, and I don't. So, sorry. But I think it's up on Facebook now, so you can look it up and see. It is the woman that owns Paws and Claws, the dog grooming establishment. She takes wonderful care of my golden retrievers, so. All right, Marcia?
Commissioner reports. So I have Orangeville tonight, community mental health on Thursday morning. Then I am going to a Brownfield TIF, like a brainstorming session in Kalamazoo on Thursday, put on by our illustrious Travis Alden, and have a bunch of people coming to that. So hoping to learn a little bit more about TIF. And then next week, Region 3B, COA, and GLIB in Prairieville.
Commissioner Carlton?
Had Castleton and Maple Grove Township on Wednesday. Last night, Carlton Township and Woodland Village tonight, Woodland Township, and the Village of Nashville on Thursday.
Busy week. Commissioner Getty?
I was at Thornapple last night. I have Yankee Springs on Thursday night and Parks meeting in Yankee Springs this afternoon.
Commissioner Smell?
We went to Bob and I went to the Farm Bureau annual meeting, and we had some good conversation with Senator Alberts there. That's all I got.
Okay.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to Baltimore tonight, and then I'm going to go to Johnstown on Wednesday.
And I will be attending Hastings Charter tonight and Rutland tomorrow night, where I hope the board will be approving the final steps of the Myers.
Excellent. We look forward to that. All right. Limited public comment. Brandon, welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you. A lot of thanks goes to my family and, of course, this commission for all of your support. We were told yesterday that we knocked just shy of 10,000 doors. So pretty incredible. So 3,500 doors actually in the last 10 days. This kid rode over 35 miles in the final 7 days of the campaign on his bicycle on a surgically repaired ankle. So, but he's trying to join a branch. So certainly please offer him your advice as to which direction he should go. So, anyways, I did want to let you know some things that I'm already currently working on. I was in Lansing all day yesterday for meetings and had a chance to actually speak directly to Speaker Hall. One issue that's being, I guess I would call it a pretty major issue in this district are the townships along I-96. Their EMS is basically being overused. Boston Township, their EMS actually had already, I think, had met their quota for the year by mid-July. And so there's a lot of trauma being put on these townships and their EMS departments. And there was no plan when they started working on I-96. It was just divert traffic. And if you're in that area, I would suggest you go 20 miles north or 20 miles south to avoid all the traffic that's being diverted. So I also had a chance to meet with the Ed Committee Chair, Nancy DeBoer, yesterday, which was fascinating, a little bit eye-opening, and hearing some of the stuff that they would like to do in the coming year to help out in education. I think the highlight for me yesterday was actually being at Carlton Township with Commissioner Colton and hearing about the jail and the process that you guys are going through to be wise in selecting the contractor for a new jail. Cheaper isn't always better, and I think that's very important to what we need in this county. But at the same time, it seems like we've developed a good process for coming directly or significantly under budget. So I appreciate that. Last, I would just say, one of the things I spoke to the Ed Committee Chair was how do we implement critical thinking skills in our schools? As I think that we've all noticed that there seems to be a lack of critical thinking skills among adults. And that's disheartening, it's disappointing. And I think we've got to look at how do we implement that in our schools on a regular basis. It just seems like every day I hear from an adult who lacks critical thinking skills and understanding of what the political process looks like. So I appreciate your time, I appreciate your support. We're not done campaigning. We have a general to win. I know it's typically a red district, but we want to keep working. So thank you very much.
Good luck. Thank you very much. And please don't let your son leave without talking further with Bruce here.
I won't. He spoke to the Marine Corps recruiter on Thursday and had a good productive conversation. So.
Good, but it's hard to imagine that there's a Marine out there that can be more passionate about it than my fellow commissioner here, so.
But I might add, they do not want me in the recruiting office. I'm not sure why.
Unfortunately, some pay a price. So. All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My name is Brian Green, and I wanted to talk about the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority. I obviously support that, and I've got, 2 kids that want to still live here in Berry County, and it's not easy for them. The math doesn't work. They've got regular working class jobs, and it's difficult. My daughter, we had to literally I built her house together, and that was our solution for affordable housing for her. My son is still renting, and we got to figure out what we're going to do with him. So my only suggestion is, in comment for the Brownfield Development Authority, is within those, when those developers come and they want to put in high density housing, specifically apartment buildings, I would ask that you put in there that a certain percentage of them be condominiums, something that people can buy, that, it's that $200,000 or less mark is where the math works for them. And then at least they can get a foot in the door and start to build equity in something and not get caught into the renter's trap. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for your patience. We kept you here for
Thank you.
quite a while. All right. We'll move on to other business, none, and commissioner comments.
So I have good news. MDOT awarded West Michigan Trails a wayfinding signage grant, which included the Paul Henry Thornapple Trail, which the majority of that runs through Berry County. It will pay for the design, engineering, implementation, and installation of wayfinding signage all the way from 44th Street, where the Paul Henry starts, to Vermontville. Part of the challenge on the Paul Henry and why it was included within the 5-county wayfinding signage grant was because we have a disconnected trail system, and we also have several entities owning different sections of trail. So we have Eaton County, Berry County, City of Hastings, Thornapple Township, Village of Middleville, Caledonia Township, Kent County. So there's a number of units that are going to have to be involved in that design process so that we have consistent signing all the way throughout the trail system. So it also include connector routes. So it's a great opportunity for us to participate in that, and that process will take shape over the next year plus. But our road commission has been at the meetings, MDOT, as well as all the trail owners. So it's exciting.
Excellent.
I just want to announce tomorrow night, if you like Hair Mania will be performing at the Berry Township Pavilion at 7 o'clock. We're expecting huge crowds for that. Last concert we had, I think over 600 people come for Fleetwood Magic, so we'll see what Hair brings out. The other is the Founders is this weekend, and so if you want to have a fun time for you and your family, we have a jail there by the way, so if you want to put somebody in jail there, that'll cost them to get out. But expect big crowds in Delton for that. Is coming up this weekend, and the Cow Plop is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, depends on when the cow does their business. So if you bought a ticket, anticipate a call sometime soon thereafter for the win. Thursday night is that, did I say last night, did I say tomorrow? Sorry, it is Thursday night. Yep, that's it.
Busy week.
It is, in Delton.
Commissioner Carlton? Commissioner Smelker?
I'm good.
Commissioner Tunison?
Give a little update on the new Commission on Aging building. I stopped by the other day, just was driving by. I thought I'm gonna stop in there and check out the progress. The driveway looks amazing coming off 79 there. It's really, that's gonna be nice. The building, I toured one end to the other, and the gathering area, the lunch area, I think they're gonna really enjoy that. It's got a nice outside seating area. The corridor between the two buildings is landscaped. When that's all done, it's gonna be a great gathering place, I think, for the seniors of this county. So I'm looking forward to that opening up here within the next month, 6 weeks. And it looks really great. I was really impressed with it. So,
And the staffing changes at Fredericks hasn't caused any issues.
to say that wouldn't, I would not say that. Okay.
But they're manageable.
But I will say
They're being managed.
they are being very well managed between Courtney, Jim James, and Rebecca DeHaan.
Excellent.
They're keeping them to the fire, and I think everybody will be pleased. So,
David, can I ask a question or make a,
You may.
do you know, did Courtney send former Commissioner Gibson an invitation to that open house? He was very involved in COA, and I think he.
do not know that, but I can definitely check into that for you, John.
You're on that board, right?
Yeah, I know he served as representative to the COA.
Him and I was quite active on where it went before
Yeah.
we got the decision.
I remember that.
I see him on the wall. He was 1 year the
So-
senior of the year.
Hopefully they will send him an invitation.
We'll see to it.
Okay. Commissioner Campbell?
I just want to do dittos to Commissioner Bassett over there. It's always a fun time out in Delton. How many Founders Weekends is it now? I mean,
Oh, I
it's
don't know that.
it's a ridiculous number. It's way up there. A lot of people never thought we'd be there that long, but we showed them, didn't we? Yeah, we're still around. So it's a great time out there. It's getting better all the time.
Eric?
If I may.
You may.
I just got an email from the health department. Just wanted to make sure commissioners are aware. Titan Park has a no contact closure based on E. coli testing. And Charlton Park has a swimming advisory. It's not above the no contact, but it's above when it would be preferred. So just FYI, that's the health department just put that out, and Rebecca just communicated that with us. So
What's that do to like all the people that go down the river in rafts?
they put a no contact order on. I mean, when it comes down to it, you can't force people, but I know that when it comes to the businesses, there are times they do close them because of the E. coli levels. But I mean, this is an unfortunate reality that we deal with out there. And I think it'll be an issue that will come to you over the next year or so. We've already had some conversations about Thornapple Lake and all that tributary. So all that watershed. But anyways, I just wanted to make sure you were all aware of that notice.
Thank you. And I would be remiss if I didn't report that Phase 1 of the Green Street reconstruction has now been completed and is open. So from Broadway to Market, beautiful street. And the much debated roundabout is open. You can't take it any further west, but you can access north and south on Market and east on Green. And it's been fun to watch because I've seen some people just, I know they're just going down there and driving around and around and around just to experience it, but I'm not aware of any accidents that have occurred. And but it was talked about at City Council, and I think with school opening, they're going to try and get as much how to navigate a roundabout information out there as possible. But frankly, in my opinion, it works very smoothly. So it's been nice to get it back open. But if you're going to go to the hospital, you've got to go around and come in from the west. So, anything else? Have a motion to adjourn? All in favor, say